Today we'll see how to build a countdown using Phoenix Liveview. We need Elixir and Erlang installed, and then we can install Fix New to create a new Phoenix project. Then we can create a new Phoenix project using Phoenix New, and we call the project Countdown. Without the project name, we can see the documentation for the command. In particular, we want to exclude Ecto, the dashboard, and getText, because we don't need them. Phoenix project usually contains two folders. The first one is the same name of the project and contains the business logic. The other is the name of the project _web and contains the actual web application. Today we will only work in Countdown Web. Inside Countdown Web we create a new live directory that will contain a module with our live view. Let's create a countdown_live file. It will contain a module that implements a live view. Let's add our live view inside the router. This will be of type live under the countdown path, and we want to use the countdown live module. In another tab, I start the server. There is an error because we've never defined what to show inside the page when we load it. We can see that it shows us some suggestions on what to do. We will follow the second one, creating a countdown live HTML EX. Inside we will have a section, centered. We are using Tailwind to do the CSS, and the text is not black, it's a dark gray. Inside there is a title, then we put the actual countdown, for the moment it's empty, and under there will be a button. We want it to have a border to make it look like a button. It will be rounded, a little bit of padding, and on over we want to change its color. The button will increase the amount of seconds in the counter. If the number of seconds is currently 0, the button will have to start the counter, while if it is already counting down, it will only increase the number of seconds. The state of our page will only contain the number of seconds. So we start by defining it. We add a new property seconds inside the assigns. The seconds is 0 means that the counter is currently stopped. The attribute seconds amount defines how many seconds we will add every time we push on the button. To use it inside the template, we need a function. This is an inline function that just returns the constant seconds amount. Let's use them to fill the template. We will use the number of seconds in the main div and the constant second amount inside the button. We can see that our page starts to take a shape. Now we have to implement the countdown. When we click on the button, we send the event start clock. If we click on the button now, it throws an error because we haven't implemented this event. So we implement an handle event. The event we want to react to is start clock, and inside the assigns we know that we have the amount of seconds, and we store it inside the variable seconds. If the current amount of seconds is 0, we have to start the countdown. To do this, we create a new project and we tell him to send. And using send after, we can send an event after a fixed amount of time. In this case, we want to send an event to ourselves. The event will be the message tick, and it will be sent after 1 second. Since this if is short, we could put it in line. If is a macro and the parameters are first seconds equal to 0 and then a do keywords with what to do. The parentheses are not mandatory. So we can write it like this. Finally, we end the function by assigning the new amount of seconds. When the process will send the message after 1 second, we have to update the clock. In this case, we want to catch the tick message. The state will always be our socket. And here we have two cases. If the amount of seconds is finished or there are more seconds. If seconds is 0, we can end our function. The countdown is finished and we leave it as it is. Otherwise, we have to update the countdown. So we send a new message after 1 second, the same message as before, and we update the seconds, removing 1. Now, if I click +5, it starts counting from 5. If I click again, it adds 5 seconds. And when it goes to 0, it finishes. For today, this is all. Let me know in the comment if you like the video, leave a like and subscribe.